In this video, we're going to talk about how those trig inverse functions help us find angles. So previously, we were inputting coordinates and we were outputting angles. In this video, we're going to input ratios and output angles. A few things to note: arc cosine, arc sine, and arc tangent are all just the same thing as inverses. So you should see those inverse functions on your calculator. And again, I'll do a video about how to find those below using the TI-84. But typically what you would hit if you want cosine inverse is like second cosine, and that'll actually bring up cosine inverse. So what we're going to do here is find all of the missing sides and angles of this triangle. Let's start first by finding side length AC. We have side length AB and side length BC already. Since this is a right triangle, I can use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared as long as C is the hypotenuse. Here the hypotenuse is 19. So we're going to do AC squared plus 12 squared equals 19 squared. So AC squared plus 144 equals 361. If we subtract 144 over, AC squared equals 217. So we need to take the square root. The square root of 217 to 3 decimal places will give us 14.731. So this side length is 14.731. Now when we go to find the missing angles, I would suggest using the two other side lengths because those are not rounded numbers. Those were given exactly. So let's start first by finding angle B. The inverse trig ratios will give you angle measures. So for angle B, 12 is the adjacent side and 19 is the hypotenuse. So to find angle B, we are actually going to use cosine inverse of adjacent over hypotenuse, 12 over 19. If we use our graphing calculator and we hit second cosine and then input that ratio 12 over 19, it'll tell us to 3 decimal places this angle is 50.833. Let's find angle C now. To find angle C, 12 is the opposite and 19 is the hypotenuse. So we're going to use the inverse sine function. So sine inverse of that ratio. Opposite is 12. Hypotenuse is 19. And entering that in our graphing calculator, we'll get angle C is 39.167 rounded to 3 decimal places.